Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Brad Talton from Level 99 Games, looking at the giant Battlecon Devastation of Indines. This is a huge box.
Yes,
there's a lot of stuff in here.
It's 8 pounds. It's 5 kilos for our friends in Europe, yeah, international shipping. Wow.
That's right.
But we're getting through it. We're getting it done. So
what's actually in here? What makes up this 8 pounds of
the
stuff?
Original Battlecon, and we wanted to make it like full AAA production, and that was what this project was all about. So we got like a big game board. This has room for the players, space for your discard, space for like a reminder text for both players. Giant arena cards. I've got some sleeves stored in here, and so you see how much is in this box. The 2 demos that are running over there are also out of this box. So a bunch of the stuff's on the table already, and it's still this much stuff.
That's right. You got cardboard sleeves for each of the characters here.
Each character comes with his own packet, and in there you can store all their cards, and they file away nicely into this, into the tray. But yeah, and there's 30 playable characters in the box.
So for those not familiar with the game, can you give an overview of what we're actually doing in here?
Sure. So in this game, each player has... So imagine like a console-style fighter, right? Everybody has the same buttons on their console. So we can all do a throw, we can all do a retreat, we can all do like a ranged attack, we can all do a counter, etc. But the reason that these are different, between you and me, is that we're different characters. And so when I do my attack, I use a different style. So, for example, these are some styles for this particular character, and each style links with the basis. So, like so. And so, even though I have a throw, I actually have 5 different throws because each one executes the throw in a different way. It gives me different stats, gives me different abilities. So your basic tactics are on the basis here, and your
you're modifying it based on
modifiers and strategy around your character are on the styles. And every character also has a unique subsystem just for themselves. So one character has a wolf that runs around and helps her fight. Another character has a bunch of mercenaries that he can hire during battle, and they give him continually more and more benefits. Another kid's a robot and has more modules that he can install that give him, extra movement or extra power or speed as he fights. So everybody has their own system and their own fighting style. So every match feels really, really different.
And so where do the arena cards come in? Those are modifying the playing environment?
Yeah, so these are an advanced variant of the game, and they if you've already played all the 30 matches that you can play, 30 times 30 matches you want to play, you might want even more. And in this case, there are arenas, and the arenas have some sort of narrative type element to them where they set up the board, they have an alternate rule, and then at some certain point during the game, they flip over. Like, let's take an example. For this one, you're in this tower full of statues, and you place a statue marker in each space, and when you take damage in this room, you can actually have the statue take 2 of it and blow up, so you can hide behind all of these statues. But after a certain amount of time, the board will flip over, and then you start crystallizing and turning into one of these glass statues too, as the tower activates. Okay. And so you have to stand next to them. The ones that remain, the few that remain, will protect you from that force field. Anyway.
So obviously you don't want to destroy them all to begin with, or else you have nothing.
So the control of the area becomes really important in a different way in the second half of the fight, and all the arenas evolve in that way. In that, you begin. It's one of my favorites. You start on the top here, and there's eventually you'll fall down onto this conveyor belt, and then you'll keep getting pulled towards the edge, where you'll eventually fall off and get destroyed, unless you can keep moving back. But anywho, so
that's the basis of the game. You got lots of characters with lots of personality in terms of what they're doing.
Personality. There are giant bosses. You can play cooperative against bosses. You can play cooperative dungeon modes, and there are so these are the game plays against you using some randomizer type effects as you go through this dungeon. Anyway, just about anything you can think of. It's in the box. You don't ever need any other game after you buy this one. So.
Okay. That's right. Well, you have to get rid of everything off the shelf to make room for
Yeah,
this.
it also takes your entire game shelf. So.
Well, thanks very much for the overview.
Thank you, Eric, for seeing us, and thanks to everyone for watching.